Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, we are the Midnight Riders, and this is our new podcast. We've started this podcast from a chain of events that have happened recently. We're no different from anybody else. We are just simple patriots who are tired of the bullshit.
Freedom-loving.
Freedom-loving patriots who are tired of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
start with that quick disclaimer.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, obviously, this is going to be for adults. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of subjects that we're going to be hitting on that, may not be appropriate for any snowflakes. Right? There's going to be a lot of
snowflakes,
vulgar language.
Yeah.
We don't feel
Look,
that
if
we
you're
need
too
to...
sensitive to hear the truth, then this may not be the right thing for you.
Yeah, we don't feel that we need to bite our tongue for anybody. Unfortunately, if you don't agree with that, you can just hit pause or stop, or if you do want to, we encourage you to listen. We may try to change some minds out here, but
you might learn a thing or two.
Yeah, how to be a real man.
Yeah,
start, right?
Right.
But that's our quick disclaimer. Obviously, we're going off the cuff. There's not going to be editing here. It's just two dudes having a conversation,
That's it.
So, we encourage you guys, to listen and to, join in on the conversation. We obviously want to engage, right?
Right. We will talk to anybody at any time from anywhere in the world. Come correct or don't come at all. If you decide to get stupid with us, we will get stupid back. And here's the thing, we don't sit here and pretend to have all the answers. All we are is a couple of common sense guys that are trying to live our lives, and we believe in freedom. That's it. We believe in freedom. And here lately, obviously everybody knows, the whole thing that's gone on for the last year with this COVID crap and everything else. And
COVID crap.
Really, we really aren't even really that political when it comes down to it. We really are just some common sense guys.
Yeah.
That believe in freedom.
Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and get into this story that kind of set us on this path, right?
Yeah.
The story that kind of set us in motion for starting this podcast. Listen, there's 100,000 other people out there that have podcasts. You got all these Navy SEALs and all these other badass guys that are doing their thing, and we're not trying to encroach on anyone.
Yeah.
All we're trying to do is to get our message out there and maybe get some people that might agree with us.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't want to ruffle a whole lot of feathers. We're not out here trying to start a revolution. What we are trying to do is trying to make people wake up and get kind of some information that people have just been lacking for a long, long time. Throughout the series of our podcast, we're going to be talking about a lot of different subjects. We're going to be talking about the emasculation of the American man. We're going to be talking about American history, world history. We'll have episodes where we do nothing more than talk about motorcycles.
Yeah. Survival tactics.
Tactics.
Teaching, the next generation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
We're going to have a lot of controversial stuff, and then we're going to have stuff that you probably wholeheartedly agree with. All we ask for is just look at us with an open mind and, use it as an informational thing. Don't use it as an enemy thing, right? We're not your enemy.
Yeah.
We're actually the people that provide you with the freedom to have your opinion to begin with. So just follow along. Now let's talk about the story that kind of set this whole thing in motion.
Right. Yeah. So obviously, we go to a lot of stores because we need supplies, right? So, we like to go to local businesses. It's convenient for us, and, we help support the cause. So, the other day we walk into Staples, and, I don't know, I go to a lot of stores, right? And usually, you walk into a store, the first thing most people say is, hey, how you doing? Some kind of greeting,
Welcome, welcome.
Yep.
Welcome to Walmart, right?
Yeah, right. And this lady's like, hey, guys, do you have masks on now? We don't wear our mask, we have, different, thoughts and beliefs, we actually look at the science, right?
Well, and we're lucky enough to live in the state of Georgia where they don't require this stupid shit.
Yeah.
One of the best states in America to live in during this whole pandemic thing, because they actually have used some common sense.
Exactly.
And even with that common sense, we've had so many businesses that have gone out of business for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, man.
But the other day, when we walked into the Staples, it was really kind of the epitome of how stupid people can be.
But not even that, dude. Like I felt attacked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, and then they probably thought that they felt attacked.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
we actually had the balls to tell them
Yeah.
to, in nice words, fuck off.
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah, so I mean, we walked in, right? I was in the front. This girl says, "Sir, can you put your mask on?"
Yeah.
I said, "Nope."
You said no, and I had a crack at it, and I just, it's no different than what we do. We need what we want.
Yep.
We're gonna get there,
Yeah,
pay for it,
exactly.
and fucking walk out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So
We walked back to the printer section
Yeah.
where they had our blueprints, and basically the dude behind the counter was like, "I'll help you if you put your mask on." I mean, dude, I don't even remember what I
man.
said. I mean,
Dude,
what did I
think
say?
you saw red, man.
I think I did, because I said,
Yeah.
"Look, motherfucker, give me my fucking drawings,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna get you fired."
I think that you were a little more, cordial about it. I don't think you cursed at that first. At
Probably
that
not.
First.
I'm probably.
Yeah, I think you said, "Dude, give me my blueprints, or I'll get you fired." I think it was more something like that,
Yeah.
right? And then he, right away he started scrambling and stuff. Oh, I can't, help you until. And then no, I'm sorry. He already said he's talking to his manager, miking to his manager through the earpiece. And then that's when I turned around and I seen, just to see the activity. And dude came over, pretty quick. And he's like, and he handed you the boxes. Obviously, you were closer.
Yeah. He was right there, man. I mean, he was right up on me.
Well, that's what I wait for. Because
Yeah.
even before this COVID thing, I like my space. I don't like people fucking, right behind me in line. And he was literally like 2 feet from you. And that's when I called him out. I said, like, dude, you're not even following CDC guidelines. You're not 6 feet.
Dude, even in the Army, there is regulations about people being too fucking close, right? It's like, dude, are you at least gonna buy me dinner before you fucking cut my nuts like this? I mean, seriously, man, this dude was right up in my fucking face, talking about, "Oh, can you put a mask on?" And then you said that, and he backed up.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, get the fuck out of my face,
That's what you
man.
said. You said, listen, just give me my fucking draw. I think that's when you got a little vulgar. Give me my fucking drawings that I paid for, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
And then, they all started scrambling, and then that's when this smart-ass fat fuck goes, jeez, he goes, "Is this what you guys do?"
Is this what you guys do?
But he looked like the dude that got bullied his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
So he probably looked at us like some fucking,
I mean, dude, look, man, I'm all about defending those who can't defend themselves, right? That's my entire mantra.
Right.
Look, right, I don't ever want to try to bully this guy.
Right,
but
exactly.
that's what he was saying to us. He was basically calling us bullies.
Yeah, but he was bullying us, basically saying,
He was
"I will
bullying
not
us."
serve you
Right.
guys until you fucking submit."
Is this what you do? Think about those words, man. Is this what you do? Hey, I don't know what I said, man. I don't know. I can't remember the
I don't know.
direct...
I was, dude,
all
I was
I know-
all up in the moment, man.
Right.
It was pretty...
Well, I told him, I basically told him, "Look, dude, give me my motherfucking drawings or I will get you fired."
Yeah.
And he started doing his shit and he got me my drawings and it's like, dude, man, that's when I told him, I was like, man, we fucking know. That's what I said to him. I said, dude, if you're so afraid of the flu, then maybe you shouldn't come out in public, right?
You're right, yeah.
That's what I said to him. I said, dude, if you're so afraid, I said, if you've got your mask on, then you should be protected,
Exactly.
right?
Then we got into that, and then he was like, "Oh, but before we said that, he's like, oh, but you need to put it on for my safety."
Right.
Right. And then
Right.
that's where I came out with your little line that it's literally the equivalent of a mosquito going through a chain link fence.
Right.
And then you're like, well, then you're protected if you believe a mask works for you, right? And then we rambled a bit, and I said, you need to fucking do your own damn research.
Well,
man.
right,
Really,
this dude comes at me with, "Well, you've obviously never known anybody that's died from COVID, right?"
Well,
And remember, I told him, my dad just died this last weekend, dude. My dad just died this last weekend. And if you ask the doctors, they're going to say that he died from COVID-19. Except that that's all a bunch of bullshit. My dad didn't die from COVID-19. My dad died from fucking excessive diabetes, fucking kidney failure, and heart disease. Right? And so I'm telling this guy this. I'm saying, wait a minute, dude. Yeah. I actually do know somebody who has supposedly died from COVID-19. I do know somebody. My fucking dad just died this last weekend. Supposedly because of COVID-19. Right? And so then this dude said, oh, well, I used to think like you too. I said, that's really when I wrapped it up. And I was like, look, dude, give me my fucking drawings. Let me get out of here. I'm not breaking any laws. According to Georgia, I'm not breaking any laws. I'm keeping my distance. I'm not fucking spitting on people. Give me my damn drawings and let me get the fuck up on out of here. And they did. Yeah. Right?
Well, the whole thing, you know, that kind of killed me about that, and obviously why we're telling you guys the story, because, dude, we go into Lowe's, Home Depot,
all the
Walmarts, you know, all these fucking stores, right? And to tell you the truth, I'm even surprised the workers even say, hey, how you guys doing?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because even like I walk around Walmart and I got people telling me, and I'm obviously that 1 to 3%, right, that doesn't wear the mask. Hey, how you doing, sir? You know, hey man, you know, how's it going? You know,
I have gotten into it with Walmart employees, dude.
Yeah,
I've gotten into
it. But still, let's get into, you know, why the fuck do they, you know, feel making $10, $12 an hour that they need to attack people?
Well, because this is part of the sheeple process, right? This is part of the process of people not being smart enough to find out their own information, to find out the truth about what's really going on. You said it best when you said that wearing a mask is the equivalent to a mosquito going through a chain link fence, dude. That's what this coronavirus is. That cloth mask, unless you are wearing a military grade mask, it is not going to prevent that virus from going through it. Your eyes are exposed, your ears are exposed, there's a whole bunch of things. You know, you got to love these people that wear their mask right down below their nose, right? That's really doing a big thing.
Right.
And here's, at the end of the day, this whole thing, you know, there's a few big guys out there that talk about this, right? I mean, every now and then you'll hear Mark Levin or Rush Limbaugh talking about this. This entire pandemic is not about health and safety.
Oh yeah.
It's about control, right? It's about killing the small businesses. We're a small business, dude. And we thrive because we're essential workers, right? Yeah. But imagine if we were one of those restaurant owners or one of those hotel owners that gets completely crushed over a bullshit virus. Yeah.
And you know, we do kind of, you know, go off and say it is a bullshit virus, but I think what we really mean is it's a bullshit virus for our age group.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
It obviously has its target.
Sure.
People that are unhealthy, you know, but obviously, you know, being builders, you know, being very physical every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have anything to worry about. I mean, to tell you the truth, I think I got it, you know, last January.
Oh, I did too.
You know, I was fucking holed up. I mean, I don't get sick. I was, you know, 2 days in bed, you know, feeling like shit. And, and you said the same thing too, right?
Yeah, I was sick as hell last year. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it's no different. I mean, dude, the coronavirus has existed for thousands of years, man. There may have been different variations, but like SARS, man. SARS was a form of corona. And, you know, nobody even, you know, when SARS hit, nobody shut down the entire U.S. economy. Nobody shut down the entire world economy because of SARS.
Yeah, I mean, that just...
I mean, dude, we could go back to the 1918 Spanish flu, man. Woodrow Wilson didn't even put out a warning.
Yeah, right? He didn't even address the American public.
50 million people worldwide died in the Spanish flu outbreak. And he didn't even put out a public announcement, man. But now all of a sudden, you know, we get a couple of thousand people that come down with it. Dude, if you're younger than 55 and you're... Okay, let's look at these stats, man. I mean, these are facts. These are not just us saying this. If you're younger than 55, you have a greater chance of dying by a lightning strike.
Shit.
Now check this out, dude. If you're younger than 55 and white, you have a 10 times more likely chance of dying by a lightning strike than you do by the coronavirus. This is all CDC information, man. The CDC.
Look it up, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You know, what's fucked up is, you know, we got Dr. Fauci talking about wear a double mask. right? A double mask. This is what this fucking genius is talking about.
So then wait, one mask isn't enough.
That's what he's admitting. If people were smart enough, that's actually what he's admitting. Is that wearing one mask is completely useless. So he's saying double up. This is how fucking stupid these liberal people are, man. These guys are literally out there talking about this, and they're not smart enough to pick up the fucking info. They're like, dude, wear a double mask. That'll protect you 50% more. Yeah, you fucking think?
Come on. I mean, I just literally can't believe, right, how all these people, right, you call them sheeple, are eating it up, man. I mean, dude, it is very uncomfortable to wear a fucking mask. I mean, and I can't even believe that these people wear it their whole fucking shift. If I had a job that I had to wear a mask, I would tell them to go take that mask and just fucking ram it right up their fucking shit. The truth. Because,
dude, here's the thing, man. That's the funny thing. Here again, sheeple, right? They're willing to bow down. I mean, this all started with, public safety laws, wearing seatbelts and wearing motorcycle helmets. Little by little, people have been conditioned into believing that they have to follow the government's advice, right? Mm-hmm. And when you have a group of people that are so convinced that the government is right, that they are willing to restrict the air that they fucking breathe.
Yeah, that's...
Dude, that's the epitome. We're done, dude. We're done as a country, man. We're done.
Yeah, I don't know how you can bounce back from this kind of compliance to something that is so... I mean, I don't want to say minuscule, but I mean, I don't think it's that serious, man.
Well,
I don't think it's exactly what they're making it.
It's not. But
not with everything that's coming out, the studies. I mean, because I got them things in my ear all day. I'm listening to so much fucking, so many, people, reading studies and shit. And I mean,
there's so much information that's not even circulated throughout the modern media. That's another thing, dude. I mean, obviously this is all propaganda. Yeah. Right? Like I said, man, this has never been about health. This has never been about safety. This is about control. Mm-hmm. This is about killing those small businesses, right? Making people dependent on the government. Listen, we are the enemy of the government, right? Small businesses. We are the 3% that run this country. Mm-hmm. The rest of the 97%, they don't do shit. All they do is take. Yeah. They may think that they're contributing, but... 97% of the people out there, they don't even know the fucking tax codes. That's what I'm saying. They don't even know how this country functions because they're not the ones out there taking any risk whatsoever.
Well, you want to go into that then?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit. Yeah,
I know
self-reliance.
That, you've had some tough experiences, having multiple employees, right? And I mean,
right?
How they do not understand the tax code. You want to break that down?
Well, I mean, really, viewers? Most people don't even understand that the bottom 50% of this country gets back more than they even put in. Right? I mean, by the time you're talking about Social Security and workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, all these other types of things, the average employee, if we hire somebody for $15 an hour, we're actually paying out about $18 to $19 an hour. And people don't understand this, man. They don't understand that it's all just a numbers game. When you think that you're making $18 an hour or $15 an hour, you think that money is yours. But it's up to your employer to pay all of those payroll taxes. Mm-hmm. And, we have to do 50% on Social Security. 100% on workers' comp, 100% on, So there's all these things that people don't even understand that are going into the pot. And, they think that they're being raped, but at the end of the day, when they file their taxes, they get back more than they even put in, especially if they own a house or if they have kids. Right? The bottom 50% of this country gets back more than they even put into the system. And this is the crazy thing about this country is that all these people, all these poor people always complain about, they can't get a hand up and, they can't succeed and they can't do this. That's because they're fucking stupid. Yeah. I mean, seriously. They're lazy and they're stupid.
Yeah, well, when it all comes down to it, and to be frank. Right?
Well, yeah, to be frank, dude, it has to do with IQ and it has to do with drive, right? Purpose, motivation, drive. These people that are on the bottom 50%, they will never be more than the bottom 50%.
What do you say? They just cease to exist?
Well,
right?
Well, no, they exist.
They just exist.
Yeah, they exist. They serve no other purpose in this world than to exist. They're not smart enough. These are the sheeple. These are the people who blindly follow whatever government agency gives them the most money, right? And that's what this whole entire thing is about. It's about recruitment, dude. It is about recruiting more people to become dependent on the government. It's about getting rid of those small business owners like us, because we're the only resistance left.
No.
We are the only people that are saying, fuck you, government. We're self-reliant. Right? We are capable of taking care of ourselves.
Right.
It's only 3% of us left, dude. That's all the government has to crush. Yeah, sure, you've got your 1%. You've got your Jeff Bezos and your Mark Zuckerberg and your Bill Gates. Right? You've got your 1%. Those people will always be at the top. They're the real enemy. Right? They are the real enemy. They buy and pay for the government.
No.
And all these people that, think that Mark Zuckerberg is on their side, they don't seem to realize that he's the biggest capitalist out there.
Yeah.
He is. He's the biggest capitalist out there. He doesn't give a single fuck about that bottom 50%. If he did, he might give them some money. Right? Robin Hood effect, right?
Right, yeah.
If Mark Zuckerberg gave a single fuck about the American population, maybe he could do something about homeless people in Portland, Oregon.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Or people taking shits on sidewalks in San Francisco, California. If Mark Zuckerberg really gave a single fuck about the lower class people, he would do something to help them. I do something to help lower class people every day. You and me, we donate to charities, right? Mm-hmm. We volunteer. We do these things to help lower class people. Mm-hmm. We've worked our way up when they weren't willing, and yet we still give back to them. We donate to our churches. We donate to our clubs, right? We have veterans organizations that raise all kinds of money for people. If Mark Zuckerberg really gave a single fuck about anybody in the lower class, he would help them.
And then it would be all out in the open that he's helping them,
right? Of course.
Instead of just shutting down the competition, right?
Well, but that's what this is all about. Here again, this is all about control. It's not about safety or health or any of those things. No. In fact, I would actually argue, and just being the conspiracy theorist that I am, I would actually argue that a lot of these, big tech guys, they actually want death, and they want chaos, and they want these things to happen because that's going to reduce the people who can't afford their products anyway. No. Right? Who's made out better in this situation? So the entire last year, who's made out better than anybody else?
I would say Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos with Amazon,
I order everything off Amazon. Yeah. I hate to support the motherfucker, but God damn, it's convenient.
Yeah, fuck yeah it is, dude.
There's some things I get same fucking day.
Well, if they don't want me to wear a mask in a store, then fuck, I'm just going to order it online. And who's the one person who's dominated? It's Jeff Bezos, man. It's fucking Amazon.
No competition, man.
And yet these dumb shit liberals, they think that he's on their side. They think that he's one of the small guys that, the richest fucking dude in the world. And they think that this guy is on their side. No. But, here again, man. I'm not trying to start a revolution. I'm just simply saying that if people don't start using some common sense, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to, man. Just that common sense approach. Man.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Right? I don't think a lot of this shit makes sense, man. I really don't.
Well, when we look at other, here again, man, I'm not trying to point anybody out. There's some good guys out there, like the Hodge twins.
Yeah.
Right? Those guys are good guys.
Oh, man.
Man, they are good guys.
Yeah.
Right? They're veterans. Those guys, dude, I will follow them to the end of Earth. Mm-hmm. They might not ride motorcycles, but still.
Or they do they?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Shit.
Well, if they do,
right
there, put it
I'll ride to Texas or Las Vegas or wherever the fuck they're at just to do a day trip.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, there are very few people in this country that actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
There's very few of us that are self-reliant. Mm-hmm. There's very few of us that actually understand how tyrannical some of these rules and regulations are that are already in place long before COVID. Oh, yeah. You know, like business licensing and, you know, property rights and all this other shit. I mean, this is stuff that we're going to cover a lot in the next episodes.
Car registration, right?
Car registration. Dude, why the fuck why do I need to re-register something that I already own? Why? You know, if I was running for governor, not to say that this will ever happen, but if I was to ever say, hey, fuck it, let's run for governor, the very first thing that I would say is that no person should have to pay a car registration more than once.
Dude, did I tell you the office I went into when I went to register my car? This fucking thing was like state of the art, man.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a fucking beautiful.
Fuck, they want your money, and that's how they pay for that shit.
There was like
they got waterfalls and
motherfuckers there waiting to fucking help me.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was like, dude, I was in there in like 5 minutes.
Fuck that.
And they fucking ass raped me for almost $1,000.
They got the Sound of Music playing and all kinds of shit, man. They want your money because that's what generates revenue for them to have fucking retirement pension.
But dude,
20 employees sitting around doing nothing.
But
this is why you have to re-register,
right? Because I paid those registration fees, right? I'm sorry, those taxes on the vehicle when I bought it in another state.
Yeah.
But just because I came here, now I got to pay those taxes on the vehicle based on the worth when I register the vehicle.
I mean,
so they ass raped me for like a little shy of a grand.
$1,000.
I mean, how hard do you have to work
to pay for a vehicle that you already own? I mean, dude, on my motorcycle right here, man, I had to pay. It was like $600 that I had to pay to re-register it in this state, and it's like. So I got to pay double on something that I already own. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm talking about, dude. The government has been doing this. I mean, look, man, we can get technical about this shit. You know, everybody says that America's not socialist, and everybody says that America's... Yeah. Look, dude, America has been socialist since 1916, man. When they enacted the 16th Amendment, fuck, if that's not the exact year, forgive me. Yeah. Something like that. 1916, 1918, whenever the fuck it was. When Congress ratified the 16th Amendment, dude, we've been socialist ever since then.
Well, that's what you said, right? Like every single thing that they wanted to pass, they passed it as a tax.
As a tax,
right?
I mean, dude, Social Security, right? It's an insurance. No, it's not. It was passed under the taxation clause of the 16th Amendment. Right? So, you know, same thing. Even Obamacare. I mean, dude, look at the last minute when it went to the Supreme Court. Obama said, oh, no, it's a tax. Right? So that was passed under the taxation clause of the 16th Amendment. The U.S. government can tax you for any reason at any time, which is amazing.
But how are most people all right with that, though? Right?
Well, that's the thing right there. So check this out.
Whatever the fuck they want.
Whatever the fuck they want.
They just grab a piece of the pie.
They grab it. They don't just grab it, man. They fucking straight up... They take it with no Vaseline. I mean, that's the straight up truth. They don't have to ask because of the 16th Amendment. They can take it for any reason at any time. And here's the thing. Most people don't understand this. When you have a new policy that goes into place, whether it's Social Security or the New Deal or, you know, Medicaid or any of that kind of stuff, instead of putting it to a vote to the American people, all the government has to do is say, oh, no, it's necessary for public safety.
Oh, well, that's been the whole fucking thing with this COVID.
Right, public safety. Right?
The guise of public safety.
To save the lives of others, the government can do anything that they damn well please. Now keep in mind, dude, the 16th Amendment was ratified under the guise of World War I. Right? It was passed. Right? It was passed to say that we needed that money to fund the war. Right? And kind of like Social Security. Social Security was never designed to be a permanent fixture. Right? It was designed to be a temporary assistance program. It was
Okay.
designed, you know, at that time, people, their life expectancy was 65 years old.
Right.
So FDR said, okay, well, let's do this Social Security plan that'll give people a little bit of money when they turn 65. It was never designed to be a pension program or a retirement plan.
And that's what, you know, I mean, both of my parents,
Oh yeah,
you know,
mine too.
Mine being,
I mean,
you
they
know,
did.
law enforcement,
Yeah.
and you know, my mother working in the school system. Obviously, they're working to that pension,
Right.
They're putting in their time, so then they can retire, getting
Yep.
that socialist check once a
Right,
month, right?
absolutely, absolutely. My dad just died. I can guarantee that my mom will probably live off of Social Security for the rest of her life. She's a young woman. She's only 64. She's going to live to be 95, 96 years old. And she's going to get Social Security. So you and I are going to be the ones paying for that.
Oh, man.
She's going to get that for the rest of her life. That is not what it was designed to do. That is socialism by definition.
No.
Anytime you have a large group of people that are paying for a smaller group of people, that is socialism. And yet people have eaten this shit up because of all these fucking dumb shit baby boomers out there.
No.
You know, they all say, oh, I paid for my Social Security. No, they didn't. Their fucking employers paid 50% of it. They didn't pay for that. You know, the average person, okay, so the Social Security cap as of right now is $119,000. That's the absolute maximum amount that you can put into your Social Security account. But the average person that collects Social Security, yeah, that's considered
No
like
shit.
yeah,
That little bit.
$119,000.
Oh man, no wonder why we're not gonna fucking get it.
But the average person who takes Social
Oh,
Security
yeah, probably
gets out
5
more than
times.
$280,000 throughout their lifetime of Social Security benefits. And all these people, I paid for Social Security, it belongs to me. Man, motherfuck you, baby boomers.
Well, anytime, right? As we've had conversations, and you say, anytime you got a group of people putting their money into a larger pot, right?
Yep.
For somebody else to
Right.
distribute.
Yep.
That's that socialist plan, right?
It's a pyramid thing, dude. The people at the top, right here, that Robin Hood effect, right? Take from the rich, give to the poor. So the people who aren't making it at the top, you know, it's a little bit different metric, but
Yeah.
basically they're taking back a lot more than they ever put into the system. They didn't even pay it all themselves. Their employers paid 50%. And yet they're sitting here trying to claim that they deserve it because they paid into it their whole lives. Why weren't they responsible enough to fucking save for their own retirement?
You're right.
Why weren't they responsible enough to make their own investments and put money where it should have been to
Exactly.
guarantee a healthy retirement?
Well, because it's the keeping up with the Jones
Exactly.
that we talk about, right?
Well,
keeping up, you
Yeah.
know, with the latest, you know,
Yeah.
iPhone, the baddest car, right? And what was something I heard the other day? Oh shit, man, the dude had it spot on, right? Go to work every day to pay that loan away or something.
yeah,
shit like
that's
that.
it, dude.
What
Did
was
you
it?
know? I mean, this is a funny a funny statistic. Did you know that? I mean, dude, I can't even remember the numbers, but it's like 93% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in case of emergency as reserves. You know, this is insane, dude. American debt is so, dude. We have more debt than like almost, I don't know, like the entire rest of the world combined.
And you know what? I wouldn't doubt that if you look at the statistics.
Man,
right?
we need a fact checker.
People look up,
right?
I mean,
We
remember
need a,
Big John, right?
yeah.
I mean, not to call
Yeah.
anybody out,
Yeah.
but shit, you know, you're driving a $90,000 truck, right?
His truck.
An $80,000 freaking GMC SUV.
Yeah, his Denali.
right?
Right.
And then you got a fucking 100 and something thousand fifth wheel.
Yeah, his camper.
I mean,
so he's got like 100 or
I mean,
no,
good guy. I'm not gonna lie, man.
$280,000.
Real good guy, you know.
Yeah.
But still, that is a lot of fucking debt, right?
That is.
And you imagine how much you need to continually bring in, right, week after week,
Yeah.
to be able to, you know, make those payments. So,
Yeah.
So in a sense, right, you know, because I've been there, right, where you're living, you know, basically on everything that's fronted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, this is why we pay cash for everything we do.
Yeah.
Right? Because we refuse to be in debt. And I mean, yeah, I mean, look, dude.
Just, I mean, that's literally the way you put it.
Yeah.
And you don't put it. I think you put it very simple. It's fucking dumb, man. If that's, you know.
Well, dude, I'll take it. Dude, I'll take it a step further. It is actually immoral to have that much debt. Just like our country, though. Check it out, dude. Our government, they think that it's okay. What are we at now? 28 trillion fucking dollars?
Fuck, man.
Dude, they think it's okay to be in that kind of debt and to pass it on to the next generation, man.
Dude, and to keep freaking just printing, you know, money like
they
plan on doing.
What would happen if you and I tried to print money?
Shit.
How many houses would we be able to build? Right? I mean, dude, let's just
right?
dude. I mean, check it out, man. Next time we build a house, let's go to our investors and let's just like print out a fucking in IOU, right?
So wait, but it's all right for them to do it.
That's the point,
right?
That's
okay.
That's the problem with this country, dude. Is we have so many sheeple.
Right?
They think it's okay for our government to keep doing that to us.
Just print money.
Just fucking print
money.
Pay it. Print money.
Our kids, our grandkids.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Fuck. They think that this is okay. And here's what I keep saying. Now listen, I don't ever want to talk crap about anybody out there. You know, I love all these major guys. I love Rush Limbaugh. I love Levin. Look, man,
good material.
Yeah, I did a lot of good material. I even love Glenn Beck, man. Despite his, Santa Claus ass, I still love Glenn Beck. Right? I do. I mean, dude, let me say this. Actually, this is straight up. Out of all of those talk show guys, Glenn Beck, about 2 years ago, when all the Christians in the Middle East were being killed, Glenn Beck was the only person that was actually willing or putting his money forth to try to get some of those people out of that area. But here's the problem that I have with all of them, Glenn Beck included. The time for peaceful discussion is done. Right? I mean, I hate to say it like this. Like I said, dude, I'm not trying to start any type of a rebellion. But the time for peaceful talk is done. Our government has been printing money for at least 100 years that we don't have. You know, we've gone through time periods where the American men have not been willing to stand up for what they believe in, right? No. There again, going back to the 16th Amendment. Yep. And then how did America allow that to happen?
And then prohibition, right?
Prohibition, right? I mean, prohibition. How did the patriotic American allow their freedoms to be taken away like that? And then the New Deal, Social Security, Medicaid, all these kind of things. How did the American, LBJ's Great Society, right? I hate to tell people this, but affirmative action in the civil rights movement was the single worst thing that has ever happened to this country. How did the average American male, who had a lot to lose, how did they allow this stuff to continue to happen? You know, the whole anti-Vietnam, hippie Woodstock free love bullshit, right? Yeah. I still blame the demise of our society on the baby boomers. I really do. Yeah. But the God's honest truth is that we haven't had men who are willing to stand up for over 100 years. There again, going back to the 16th Amendment. Obamacare. Now we're looking at all kinds of things. I mean, look, man, I love Trump. I was a Trump supporter. How did we have Americans who were willing to stand up against banning bump stocks?
Yeah, that was a huge attack, man.
Well, that was
a big blow. You know the gun community. There was a lot of people who supported Trump, and when that shit happened, it was like, dude, what the fuck, man? Yeah. You fucking betrayed us, right? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe betrayed's a little too much of a strong word.
I mean, let's get into that word, because and let's forget about that single incident. Let's talk about the Republicans who betrayed him at the end. And dude, here's the God's honest truth, man. I'm not trying to overtalk you. I'm trying to.
That's cool. We just had a conversation.
I will never vote for another Republican, dude. I will never vote. Listen, man, I will never vote for a Democrat. But I will never vote for another Republican until this entire party is purged.
Damn, that's a fucking strong statement right there, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
To tell you the truth, we're working on a job, right? 3 hours from where, you know, I had to go vote that day, right?
Yep.
And I fucking took that hike, man.
Yeah, me too.
It was tough.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, the way I felt, you know, after the fact, I mean, right? Some dude like last week I heard stole is when they knew that nobody knows that you did it.
Yeah.
But taking, I mean, they fucking literally took these fucking elections, you know, this year.
They stole it. Dude.
I mean, dude, I mean, it was like, they said, haha, fuck you guys. You know we're doing it.
And, the Republicans weren't even willing to fight.
Nobody said it.
And then they turned their backs on Trump.
Yeah, man. I mean,
listen, dude, I didn't agree with everything
Supreme
Trump
Court,
did.
man.
Yep, the Supreme
How
Court.
they fucking refused. You hear now they want to fucking hear some shit?
Yep. Dude, it was a wasted vote. And I'm telling you, I listen, man, I don't give a fuck what any of you say about this. Here's the thing that I need to tell all of you straight up. I've earned my right to vote. Okay, I fucking bled for this country. I'm telling you straight up, I will never vote for another Republican. I won't vote for a Democrat. But I'm telling you straight up, until this Republican Party is purged, I will never vote for another Republican.
I think that they're just as bad.
Dennis Prager, I would love to hear from you telling me that I'm a pussy because I will never vote for another Republican. I'm telling you straight up. I've earned my fucking right to vote. I will never vote for another Republican as long as the Republican Party exists. I won't do it. And here's something I'm going to say. I mean, we kind of need to bring this to an end. We're kind of running out of time here, but I will say this. All of these national guys, there again, going back to Glenn Beck and Prager and, you know, Mark Levin, and Sean Hannity, Mr. Kung Fu, you know, fucking... Okay, listen, here's the thing, man. You're all pussies. You're all a bunch of straight-up pussies. You're all sitting here saying that, you know, we shouldn't allow violence to do this and we shouldn't get mean and talk shit. You're all a bunch of pussies. Okay, listen to me. Evil only prevails when good men do nothing. Now, if you want us to end up like the Russian Revolution and, you know, the early 1900s where Russia basically fell down to a bunch of pussy-ass protesters, that's basically what we're seeing with Antifa and BLM and all this shit. It is time to stand up. It is time to kick some ass. War only brings peace. Okay, this is something that we've known throughout the history of the human race. Sometimes you have to have war if you want true peace. Sometimes you have to have a reset if you want to accomplish true conservatism. Stop telling people to stand down. Start telling people to stand up. You have a national platform. You are actually part of the problem. You are not part of the solution. You are actually convincing people not to take back their country. And pretty soon, if you continue with this message, you will not have a country left. You will not be able to even podcast your own ideas and your own thoughts. Now, I know that most of you guys have enough money that you don't really care. And at the end of the day, we probably do too. But if you truly love this country, you will stand up and you will start fighting. You will start rebelling. You will start kicking some ass. Do not think that there isn't a portion of us out here who aren't willing to give our lives for this country. Because I can promise you that there are some of us that are very willing and capable. And if the war comes, I'm telling you, we will win. Now here again, we're not trying to start any type of an insurrection.
Yeah, no, we're just, you know, just putting it out there, right, man?
Putting it out there.
Nobody has the balls to, right? I mean, everybody with this whole, and to tell you the honest truth, you know, why call for let's have peace? I mean, it's obvious, right? I mean, you heard Trump. Let's march peacefully and patriotically, right? So, I mean, it's kind of like a given, right? it's kind of a given that.
Well, they have to say these things.
But you see, I don't understand why, right? I don't think that there's a lot of people out there that aren't doing it peacefully. Are there?
No, not on our side.
Even this
not
insurrection,
on our side,
right?
Dude, there's entire fucking cities.
How many dudes were at that insurrection?
Like 3 or something like that.
How many of them were armed?
None of them.
Like seriously, dude. Like
well,
you know how
this is the propaganda. This is the propaganda machine. That's just not. Here again, common sense, man. Nobody's using common sense because nobody actually knows the facts. Yeah. Right? Nobody's brave enough to actually look for the facts. Nobody is brave enough to sit back and say, damn, man, there was no armed people at that Washington, D.C. thing. Now, if I would have been Trump, I'm telling you, actually, this is one thing I was kind of disappointed in it. If I would have been Trump, I would have been like, man, fucking, let's go. Right? Let's go. I mean, fucking stormtroopers and shit. Let's go.
Well, we've been already cold. They were cold stormtroopers.
What did he have to lose? Right? Well, I mean, obviously he had, federal law to lose, but the point is you're right. I mean, there's nobody that's brave enough to actually do this shit. This is why we're alone. No. Right? We can't be doing our shit that we would like to do.
No.
I mean, fuck, I'd love paratroopers and all kinds of shit hailing down, but it's never going to happen, right? No. It's never going to happen. There's not enough of us. And so the only thing that we can do is stop pretending like peace is the solution. Yeah. Right? Here's the thing, dude. Most people don't understand the definition of a peaceful man. A peaceful man is capable of inflicting extreme violence. And he chooses not to. Right? He chooses to be peaceful. A harmless man is somebody, like Rush Limbaugh or Mark Levin. They may talk a big game, but they're never truly capable of inflicting harm. And that's really the difference. And, it's not to sound badass or anything like that, but there's a lot of harmless men out there. There's a lot of men who are never truly willing to inflict extreme violence. Mm-hmm. They may claim to be peaceful, but what they really are is harmless. And here again, this is just common sense, man. We're just throwing things out there. At the end of the day, what I would like to end this with is that we love this country. We love America. We do not want to see America become Venezuela. We do not want to see America become Germany. Okay, I mean, even that is too extreme. And we're going to be talking a lot more about this in future episodes. But, we'll probably go ahead and end it with this. Just remember that at the end of the day, there's still some people that are going to give their lives, their fortunes, and their families, and everything that they have to protect you and to protect the way that this country was founded. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to believe it. But trust me, in those days, you're going to want us on your side. And with that, I think that was a great first episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? That was our trailer.
I think it's a little bit of, what we're going to be talking about, in these kinds of formats. It's going to be very off the cuff, like I said before.
Yeah. Here's one more thing. One more thing. I gotta add this. Mm-hmm. If you are a small business owner, you need to open up now. Yep. Stop being afraid of the government. Stop wearing masks. Stop telling people to wear masks when they come into your place. Yeah. This whole thing is it's a sham. Stop the fucking madness. Mm-hmm. And look,
do your own damn research, man. Yeah. I mean, look it up. Don't just take their fucking word for it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if you're, if you're young, if you're, somewhat healthy, I mean, you have nothing to worry. I mean, dude, I see these fucking teenagers walking around with masks on.
It will actually help you to be exposed. Every time you put a vaccine in your body, all you're doing is limiting your immune system from being able to naturally recover. Mm-hmm. Stop being afraid. Stop trying to tell other people that they can't even breathe free fucking air. No. I'm telling you, if you are a small business, stop being afraid. All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you next time.